Hello guys, it's Mr. Drood. I am going to show you what we did today on Tuesday, January 26th. I am going to show you what we did. This is going to be an overview of what we discussed in class, any announcements, and what is going on. I first wanted to say, for those that were absent or those that forgot, that we have yet to get any information on books. We are getting that as soon as we can. We will be in contact with you most likely through Schoology Messenger. As you can see, I already have a message here. I'm not going to click on it. I'm going to look at that in a little bit. But it's awesome. Keep an eye on this because I will be sending a post later on tonight or early tomorrow morning through the messenger to the entire class. All right. So I just wanted to remind everyone of tomorrow's schedule. So I'm going to click on this and I'm going to show you tomorrow's schedule. Tomorrow is an asynchronous workday. This means that you will not be logging in to any of your hours 1 through 6. You will not be logging into WebEx, and we will not be having a lecture. This is a time for you to work on your assignments. You will have a few assignments. You already got some assignments from yesterday about the first day handouts and the rules and expectations, the getting to know you, and the netiquette. Those should all be finished by Friday, but this will be a great day to finish those up. And I will discuss what we will be doing tomorrow as well when we get to that in a little bit. Then on Thursday, it is a normal day, all 6 hours. Then on Friday, we have a speed schedule. So keep an eye on this. If you need to write this down, pause the video, write it down. This is what this week's schedule is. I'm not going to cover next week's schedule because I do not want to get too far ahead of ourselves. All right. So I wanted to let you know that you guys are already here in the past recordings, but if you are unsure, I have all of our past recordings right here to make sure we know. So, and if you need more information on that, please watch my video from yesterday about how to function Schoology. All right, guys, so today we did a couple of things. If you go to this week's folder, week of 125 to 129, we have our two folders. This is what we worked on yesterday. Again, make sure you guys complete this. But today we worked in this folder, the red one. So there was a couple of things we did. The first thing we did was watch this video. I'm going to click on it real quick, and I am not going to play the video, but thing is that it is a introduction. It's called Crash Course U.S. Government and Politics. This video explains to you why we study government and why it's important. You're going to watch this video. As you guys see, it's 6 minutes and 46 seconds, but you guys don't have to watch that entire thing. Near the end, it's kind of just the credits, so it's closer to 6 minutes. So that is what we did for our bell ringer. And once you watch this video, if you were absent, please, we have a discussion board, and it'll look like this. Your discussion board, it says after you watch this video, there's another link if you guys need it. Please answer the following questions. Why do we have government? Give at least one example of why government is necessary. Yes, all answers should be in complete sentences. I always look for complete sentences. So make sure you guys answer this. I'm looking for at least 2 sentences because it's going to be hard to answer this without in one sentence. It's going to be really difficult. So please answer this question. And please be aware, keep our political talk out of it. Like sometimes we have very strong opinions on things, and that's okay to have opinions on things, but we do not want to start any fights, or we want to be civil, okay? We will talk about those types of discussions maybe later on when we get closer to the political parties and we get further into the course, but right now we want to just answer the question. We just want you to answer the question. So be polite and be kind. All right, so that is what we did for our bell ringer. This is due tonight at 11:59, so if you're watching this video today, if you guys can see my clock right here, it's 11:59 tonight. After that, it will be late, but I will still accept it and give you a reduction in grade. This is worth 2 points. These are your participation points. We will have participation points often. Okay. After we did our discussion post and after we did our video, we discussed what we were doing today. This assignment that I'm about to show you is what we're working what we worked on today in class. We had some work time, and also what you will be doing tomorrow on your work day. These 4 links or attachments right here, which I'm going to cover with you, is what they worked on and what you will be working on. So the first things first is the chapter 1. And as you can see, some students in other classes have already turned in their stuff, but you will have here's an attachment. You're going to fill this out. And I'm going to tell you how to fill it out in a second, but you will have a submit button once you are finished. You will attach your document, finished document to it, and you're going to submit it, and I will grade it. As soon as you do it, I will grade it. As you can see, just like our work from yesterday, it is due on Friday at 11:59 p.m. So make sure we are getting that. So right here, we have the attachment. If you click on it, it'll come in the form of a Word document. If you have a Chromebook, it might come in the form of a Google Doc, which is pretty much the same thing. I'm going to hit enable. So what you're doing is you are taking your book, which I know you guys do not have yet. We have not had any information on the books, and the PowerPoints, or the PowerPoints, I should say, which I will cover with you in a second. So you're going to take your PowerPoints, and you're going to find the answers to all of these blanks. All the answers can be found in the PowerPoint and in the discussion, in the PowerPoint and in the book when you guys eventually get a book, okay? So I'm going to give you a brief little hint, is that this answer right here to this definitions of government and state, this one right here, this will be found on slide 5 of the PowerPoint that I'm about to show you in a second. So you guys will be filling this out, not just section 1, but you're going to fill out all of it. This will be due Friday, and on Thursday, we are going to cover only this section that I just highlighted. That's the only section we're covering on Friday, not on Thursday, not Friday. On Thursday, we will be covering the answers to this. We're not going to get the entire answers by the time it's due, but it'll show you what we were looking for. So turn it in whenever, and it's okay if you get the, and I'm putting air quotes, you guys can't see me, wrong answer, because we're not looking for necessarily always the right answer. We're looking for you guys to learn. So the wrong answer is sometimes okay, because then it's a learning opportunity. So do not worry about that, okay? All right, so that was the outline. So the outline, you will find all the answers to your outline here in the PowerPoints. Because you don't have your book, you're going to need to use these, guys. So you're going to click on it, and it's going to be very similar to the video I had the other day where I explained this to you, but I'm going to go over it again. There are all the slides to each section. Each one of these is a section. So this is chapter 1, section 1. This is, I'm going to download some of this in a minute. This is chapter 1, S2, section 2. Chapter 1, section 3. And then it goes to chapter 2, and then it goes to chapter 3, and so on and so forth. So if you are doing your outline and you are working on section 1, you're going to have to download chapter 1, section 1. You're going to download it. It's going to pop up here, and you're going to open it up. It's going to look like this. It has 20 slides on it. So there's a lot of information in here. But good news, it's less wordy than your book. So you still might want to use this when we get our book, because these are very, very helpful. It has your terms that you might need to know, more terms that you will need to know, not might, you will need to know these terms. And then I can tell you right now, this is slide 5. into that very first one I was mentioning a few minutes ago, right here. You just found your answer to it. I'm giving that to you guys so you guys know that it's in here. All the answers are in this. You might have to look for it, but it's here. Now, they are not necessarily in order, but they are close. They're going to be within a few slides of each other each time. Okay? So, you're going to be working on your outline and you're going to get all your answers from the PowerPoint. Now, you're going to be working on your outline. That is due for a grade this week. That is what you need to get done by Friday. Now, what about these 3 documents that Mr. Drew? These don't look like they're assignments. I don't see a little pencil thing. There's no submission button on these. Well, you're right. You're not submitting these for a grade right now. These are your notes. You know how sometimes people do those boring lectures where they go, well, here's every answer, and you just take notes all hour? Well, we need to do notes as well, but we're not going to sit there and talk the entire hour. We hate that. So we gave you an opportunity to where you can look and find the answers in your book, or you will be using your PowerPoint, just like with your additional note, with your outline, the additional notes you will get from the PowerPoint. So use your PowerPoint to get the answers to these. Very simple. What is a government? If you look here, guess what? The definition of a government is right there. So you can write down what a government is. What's an executive? Well, you may find answers in the PowerPoint, but also think about it. We have an executive in office in the White House. That is the President of the United States. Actually, specifically, if you wanted to, you're going to put President Biden because he is our president right now. So you could put that down. For legislative, what's an example of a legislative? So you would give what would be an example of it. And you'd go all throughout and do this. This is all section 1. So again, all of these answers will be in the section 1 PowerPoint. These other 2, sections 2 and 3, these you will find all the answers to them in section 2 PowerPoint and section 3 PowerPoint. When you get your book, it'll be the section 1, 2, and 3 of your book. Because we're going to be doing this for all of our chapters, guys. So this is what we worked on today. And this is what you are going to be working on during your asynchronous workday. So do not worry about this picture. We will cover this at a future date. And that is all we have for the covering of our notebooks. These, again, are not being submitted for a grade. You will not be getting like 10 points, 10 points, 10 points, or 5 points, 5 points, 5 points. These are for you. But this is what I need to say. And this is where students get very confused. So please pay attention. Even though we are not asking you to submit these with your outline, you still need to complete these because this will help you with studying, with tests, and at the end of the chapter, after your unit test or your chapter test or your assessment that we're going to have for you, we're going to randomly pick this one, or this one. We don't know which one we're picking yet. We're going to pick one of these, and we are going to ask you to take a picture with your phone and send it into us. You are going to be writing these in your notebook. You're not going to be, the outline you could type out on a computer, just fill in the blank. These, you have to get a notebook or a piece of paper and write it out because this is what Mrs. Lucas would like you guys to do because it is a great studying tool. So please get a notebook and use it. It is part of our expectations and procedures for you to have a notebook or at least lined paper in a binder. So please use that. I know I'm going to have to repeat this a few more times in class because a lot of students get confused by this, but these notes are for you. And we will be covering section 1, both the outline and this additional notes on Thursday. Okay. All right, guys, that is about it. Please be reminded that I have my office hours tomorrow from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. If you guys need help with your homework, with your additional notes, with your outline, with the get to know you, with anything, I'm there to help you. Or if you just need to talk, I will be available for you. If you need to schedule office hours outside of this time period, remember I am available, but you have to message me and communicate. If you do not communicate with me, I do not know that you need help, and I cannot do anything. All right, that's it for this video. If you need anything, as always, please sign up for my Remind, sign up for Mrs. Lucas's Remind, send me a message, look at your email, send me an email, any way you can to communicate with me. I have multiple ways. Please let me know. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.